Click Studios is partnered with ZLINE, a manufacturer of beautiful, quiet, and powerful stainless steel range hoods. Since 2006, ZLINE has been manufacturing range hoods with quality components and premium features that are sold at a lesser price than most national brand names. ZLINE is only sold on the internet at a single national retail price by various internet retailers such as Click Studios, Amazon, Home Depot, and Lowe's, just to name a few. Let's hear from ZLINE founder Andy Zero.
I was doing a lot of construction, and I was actually building my own house, and when I went to put in my range hood, I was actually shocked at how expensive they were and the limited styles that were available. So I started looking online and finding a source to go start manufacturing them, and basically that's what we did. Flew over there and started with a real basic line, and then started making my own designs and my own drawings, and 12 years later, here we are. We have hundreds of designs and finishes and styles. I really just love the design aspect of it, and being able to do things that nobody else is doing, like the carving that's hand carved, that actually the carving continues all the way around, so it looks like it's all one piece. We actually do it end to end. I mean, we design, manufacture, control the machinery, and buy the machinery. I think we are really literally end to end. We do everything.
The true value of ZLINE comes to light when compared to other range hoods with similar styles and features. In comparing a typical pyramid wall-mount stainless steel range hood, ZLINE can be up to 60% less while providing equal and more often better features and benefits. Click Studios offers two types of ZLINE stainless steel range hoods. Wall mount, also known as chimney or canopy hoods, are mounted to the wall above the cooktop where there are no cabinets. The venting or vent pipe must extend vertically from the hood and is concealed in the chimney area. The second type is an under-cabinet range hood, which offers a space-friendly option and is mounted directly underneath the cabinets. The venting normally extends vertically from the hood and into the above cabinet, concealing the ductwork. ZLINE range hoods have been ETL tested. ETL is a nationally recognized testing laboratory that is recognized by OSHA and other government regulators. Stainless steel is a generic term for corrosion-resistant alloy steel that contains 10.5% or more chromium. Stainless steel is a corrosion-resistant steel, not rust-proof, and is widely rated using two factors. The first factor is thickness or grade. The lower the grade number, the thicker the stainless steel. ZLINE uses two grades of thickness depending on the model: 19 grade, which is 0.9 millimeters thick, and 21 grade, which is 0.7 millimeters thick. The second factor is nickel content. The lower the content number means a higher amount of nickel. Nickel is the metal that provides resistance to corrosion. The two most common types are 430 and 304, which look identical. ZLINE uses 430 for indoor range hoods. The stainless steel gauge, finish, and color used by ZLINE varies depending on the model. Before finalizing any order, please check the specification listing for details related to gauge, type, and finish. For standard ZLINE SKUs, the Click Studios spec book contains all standard SKU dimensional measurements and product information. If you need additional information, specifications, or details, call the Click Studios ZLINE dedicated helpline at 833-597-2461. Or if the customer needs more information, have them contact ZLINE's Consumer Customer Service at 614-777-5004 or contact@zlinekitchen.com. Ceiling height directly affects the vertical placement of all wall-mounted range hoods. Click Studios does not recommend installing any range hoods below minimum recommended heights, which is between 30 to 36 inches above the cooktop surface and most likely are dictated by local municipal code. For this reason, Click Studios will not place a range hood in a design below 30 inches in height above the cooktop countertop surface. Beyond the overall ceiling height, there are also three other variables that affect vertical range hood placement: the housing unit height, chimney height, and molding height. Range hood housing units vary between 3 inches to over 20 inches in height, not including the chimney. ZLINE range hoods usually include a chimney that telescopes to various heights depending on the model. Chimney widths also vary depending on the range hood model. ZLINE also offers various types of decorative trim molding which, if needed, can add to the overall chimney height. Depending on the model selected, molding may be included but most likely will need to be ordered separately. It's extremely important to know that different ZLINE range hood models require different chimney and decorative molding sizes. ZLINE does offer chimney extensions and reduction kits, but they are not available in every style, color, and finish. Please confirm if chimney extensions and moldings are available before before finalizing the selection. If you have any questions, please contact ZLINE directly at the Click Studios ZLINE dedicated helpline at 833-597-2461. A few notes about designing with wall mount range hoods. Click Studios recommends leaving at least 3 inches in between stainless steel range hoods and the adjacent cabinets. The primary reasons are air circulation and the ability to clean in between the hood and the cabinets. It's also recommended to at least match the width of your cooktop. Another recommendation is to have the range hood wider than the cooktop so that smoke, steam, and grease in the air is venting into the range and not onto the cabinetry. With each range hood, ZLINE provides detailed installation instructions. If there are any questions, a professional should be consulted and/or contracted to perform work if the customer does not possess the required installation, power supply, ductwork, and ventilation knowledge or skills. It's the customer's responsibility to consult a ventilation specialist prior to purchase in order to assure that the product will fit its intended application as well as comply with local building codes. To install a ZLINE wall mount range hood, begin by marking the center line and measure to locate the 2 mounting points. Install the 2 mounting screws provided, leaving a 1/4 inch to mount the hood. Slide the hood into place and install the transition piece and ducting on top of the hood. Make sure your electrical and ducting connections are here. Mount the top chimney bracket centering above the hood near the ceiling and install the 2 telescoping chimneys by securing the top and bottom sections with screws provided, and your hood is ready to go. Even if a customer is not a DIYer, they still need some basic information regarding range hood ventilation to make a purchase. If the range hood is to be vented to the outside, ducting pipe material is used to channel the air from the hood to the outdoors. Typically, you don't want more than 40 feet of ducting from the hood to the exit. Ductwork can add an additional 1 CFM per foot, 25 CFM per elbow, and 40 CFM for a roof cap. For every elbow, deduct 5 feet from 40 feet for an estimate of the maximum length of ductwork needed. In an example, if you required 250 CFM for a 30-inch wide cooktop and required 10 feet of ducting with 2 elbows, you'll need 350 CFM in total. Ductwork more than 40 feet can cause backfires, increased noise, and reduction in CFM. Most municipal codes require a minimum of 15 inches of straight ducting before adding an elbow. Because all ZLINE mounted range hoods vent through the top of the unit, ZLINE requires a minimum 17-inch high chimney. This requirement also affects the vertical range hood placement when taking into consideration the ceiling height. If the customer requires rear ducting where air is exhausted directly out the back of the housing unit, the only options that ZLINE offers are under cabinet range hood styles. Rear ducting does have special requirements, and it is highly recommended that customers consult a professional for installation, but they can also contact the ZLINE customer helpline at 614-777-5004 for any questions. CFM, or cubic feet per minute, is a measure of airflow used to define the capabilities of ventilation. It describes how much air can move per minute. There are multiple ways that CFM is calculated, which can include the size of the cooktop, room size where air should be able to cycle about 15 times per hour in the kitchen, the appliance cooktop BTUs, and keep in mind that ductwork can add additional CFM requirements. Customers must determine their own CFM requirements, which are regulated by local municipal code. Higher CFM range hoods can be used with the installation of a secondary air exchange, again regulated by all the above factors. With no controlled makeup air, outside air can make its way into homes through undesirable locations with undesirable consequences. For instance, backdrafting from naturally vented combusted devices like fireplaces and water heaters can bring in harmful gases, smoke, or particulates. Air drawn in through windows and doors can result in drafts and window condensation, and outside air rushing between vapor barriers can cause potential mold problems. Range hood performance can also be negatively affected when there is an inadequate source of outside air. As a result, range hoods that operate over 400 CFM may cause home depressurization and operate at a reduced performance, allowing smoke and odors to linger in the home. International Residential Code requires that homes with range hoods over 400 CFM have a makeup air system. These systems typically include an interlocked makeup damper. These types of systems include a damper assembly with an exhaust flow sensor that provides a synchronized system. Some systems only require using low voltage wiring that connects the sensor and the makeup damper. The system delivers fresh air in a controlled manner, which improves indoor air quality through balanced ventilation. It's important for the customer to understand that if they are unsure of their range hood CFM requirements for more than 400 CFM, they need to check with their local municipal code officials. Click Studios does not recommend recirculating venting, but recognizes that not all kitchens have the ability to vent to the outside. ZLINE offers a limited amount of chimney, wall mount, and under cabinet range hoods that recirculate air back into the kitchen. Recirculating hoods recirculate kitchen pollution through the charcoal filters and do not remove heat from the kitchen atmosphere. Charcoal filters are required and will need to be continually replaced based on the amount of use and are ordered separately at an additional cost. ZLINE is the first range hood manufacturer to offer a lifetime motor warranty. From the date of original purchase, ZLINE provides free of charge exhaust fan motor replacement due to manufacturer defect failure. ZLINE also offers a 3-year parts warranty for non-consumable replacement parts for the components that fail due to manufacturing defects. Consumable parts such as light bulbs and charcoal filters are not covered by this warranty. ZLINE ships free of charge and separate from the kitchen order. Most likely, the range hood will arrive before the cabinets. ZLINE ships within 3 business days after the order has been placed. Shipping is determined based on the range hood size. 30 to 42-inch wide range hoods ship via FedEx ground. 48-inch or wider hoods ship on a pallet with FedEx freight to the customer's driveway or garage, and the customer is responsible for disposing of the pallet. The delivery agent will arrange for delivery time with the customer. If the packaging is visibly damaged, the customer should refuse the delivery and contact ZLINE customer service at 614-777-5004. All ZLINE products returned for a refund are subject to a 20% restocking fee. Returns must be processed within 30 days of receipt and have a return authorization from ZLINE, who will then issue a shipping return label for the customer. Any shipping charges, fees, and taxes are not refundable. Used, installed, or altered items cannot be returned, and items must be returned in the original packaging. Any return questions should be referred directly to ZLINE customer service at 614-777-5004 or email them at contact@zlinekitchen.com. ZLINE is a superior product and a great choice for many reasons, even if the customer is purchasing other brand name appliances. The advantages of purchasing with Click Studios are many, including the customer will only pay once, the customer can include the range hood with bread financing, the customer has a designer helping with their model selection and, if needed, accessories. If you have any questions, your primary resource is to call the Click Studios ZLINE dedicated helpline first at 833-597-2461. They are the best source of information and are available during standard business hours.